February 10th. I wrote something, I composed something today. I'd like to share it with y'all because a lot of people wonder why other people don't eat pork. You know, some people don't eat swine. So I can't speak for everybody, but I stopped eating swine when I heard this song by KRS-One called Suicide. It was KRS-One and Just Ice. Suicide is a suicide. And he said, I respected KRS-One so much. He said one verse, he said, pork on your fork is strictly suicide. And after that, I stopped eating swine. Then a few years, I don't know, maybe about a year later, I guess because my mind was unclogged, I began my conscious journey. First stepping through the school of Islam and then other schools of thought. I'm from all schools of thought, but one school of thought that I support is the don't eat swine school of thought. And I'm gonna show you why. Somebody had to rock the boat. You got Arabs selling ham hocks to African folks. And I know black people love chitterlings, but you know in your heart it smell like shit, my friend. You only eat it cause that's what the man gave you, and you should stop eating slave food. This is why I don't eat swine. How could you combine the unclean to corrupt your mind? And you could read Leviticus, it's in the book, although it splits the hook. I'm unforget cook. A long time the Moors had to tame the untameable savages in the caves up in Europe, kicking their tails on the tree of life and divine inspiration, so it's rare that I gotta rely upon your books. Atlantis, Lemuria, and Egypt, word love, they had technology that you ain't heard of. We made the pig in a petri dish in vitro, created for a purpose, negro. Cause when we went to Europe, we seen the bodies all laid out. They didn't have burial ceremonies. The secrets are revealed, the knowledge born in abundance. The shit you learned in school, it was very phony. We encountered numerous cases of leprosy. To attempt direct contact was jeopardy, but the prophecy had to fulfill. We needed an animal that's ill to clean up the hills. We hired scientists from Egypt and scholars from Atlantis to come up with a plan, kid. We needed something that was smart and at the same time nimble. The caveman catch you, the caveman kill you. Somebody had to rock the boat. You got Arabs selling ham hocks to African folks. And I know black people love chitterlings, but you know in your heart it smell like shit, my friend. You only eat it cause that's what the man gave you, and you should stop eating slave food. They was trapped in the last ice age. The only way they could survive was a result of the cave. The pineal gland had ceased to function due to the lack of sunlight in abundance. They became disconnected from creation. You see, they caused mad trouble through the nations. In the attempt to civilize all that, we had to create the pig from the dog, rat, and cat. That's why the animal lives in filth, and it will eat the very baby that it feeds the milk. Domesticate the scavenger, a carnivore, never meant to be sold as food in a store. The food that the pig eats, it turns to flesh faster than the time between sunrise and sunset. And it has no pores, it don't sweat. Release pus in the mud from the hoof near the toe tip. And you want to get biblical, Christ didn't need it. And anything he did, his followers should try to repeat it. Don't eat that swine. Pork on your fork, it's strictly suicide, suicide, suicide. Don't eat that swine.